All right, a couple updates. Kyler Gordon, as you know, he was going through the process of determining his plan, for injury, and then he had surgery yesterday, okay, on his hand. He did break his hand. As you guys know, he went to IR. We're anticipating him, if all things go well, he can be back after Washington. So we'll just keep him in our prayers and all that. We visited earlier, and his teammates have been talking to him, and he's in a good spot mentally right now. With that. So, and you guys know that we activated Stroman. You guys saw that as well. All right. Next update is Alan Williams will not travel with the team this weekend. He's out for personal reasons. I will be assuming his responsibilities. The week went well. With our practice. So our preparation now goes to our 48 hours. We got to do a good job with that. Guys are locked in. Again, this is our first road game, and we're excited about going down to Tampa Bay. The guys have been focused and intense during practice, and we got to go out there and play a good game. And guys have been working on their fundamentals, techniques, the things that we needed corrected, and we're going to see where that is on Sunday. And with that, I'll open up to questions.
With Alan, do you expect him back after?
Like I said, with the time frames there, I don't have, any time frames. He's out for personal reasons, and if we, at the right time, if I have time frames or if I have more information, we'll get it to you if available.
What goes into you calling plays? Did you ever do that?
Well, I've done it for 12 years total, so. Yeah, so it's really it's more about the operation of the game management side of it, which when the offense is up, it'll be normal business, and then with throwing challenge flags and being right there with Luke and the offense, and then when the defense ups, I'll be making the calls and then I'll when we're off the field to make the corrections pretty quick. The guys on the sideline are going to help me do that with the players. And then really from there, it's just about, hey, setting up the next series, what's coming the next series for those guys, and we can communicate that. And then from there, it's just normal.
Do you expect the defense will look a lot similar to the way it's looked last season plus 1 year?
I don't know. We'll see.
How's the defense handling, reacting to Williams' departure and you taking over as DC?
Yeah, I would just say that, I think they're handling it well. The people of their age, man, they're really resilient and, and all that. And I think they're handling it very well. The practice is really good, spirited practices, high energy. And, yeah, it's been good.
With the slot corner position, if Josh can't go, what's your philosophy on, replacing one guy for one spot versus moving some things around and potentially, now having two guys in different spots?
Yeah, that's a great question. When you have, a guy like, Spidey go down, he's a good player. And, we certainly are, going to miss him, but what you do is you just try to do your best with your roster, and Stroh and Black, and we'll see where it is. And those guys have been with us, so they know the system, they know how to play, and they've played in there before. So, so we feel good about it.
Is your preference to leave Tyreek outside predominantly?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Tyreek's a good corner outside, especially being a rookie like that. You don't like moving him around too much, and he's been productive out there.
Last week you said the backup quarterback spot could potentially change week to week. Excuse me. Is Peterman still the backup this week?
Yeah, Peterman will be the backup. Yep, this week.
You're going to Florida in September. I'm just curious, some of the extra measures you've taken either this week or coming into this week to prepare yourself for what you might face down there.
Sure. Yeah, a lot of things go into that, but we were ahead of it. We talked to them about it in training camp, then we talked to them about it right after the game on Monday, about doing the steps they need to do to step up with their hydration and all those types of things. And the performance staff did an outstanding job with that. And again, we'll see where it is. The guys, if they did it right, we should be all set, ready to go. And, so the guys in the building, we use their whole building to really educate the guys on that.
When you got here, you were clear from, I think, the introductory press conference that you weren't going to call plays, that you were going to have a defensive coordinator do that. Why was that so important to you, and especially on the offensive side of the ball? You see people get hired and just keep that play calling responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, it's just really for what we thought the organization needed at the time. So that's where we went with it. You know, we thought it was best for the Bears as a whole, for me to be the head coach, to oversee offense, defense, and kicking. You know, so that's why we did it.
Between series on Sunday, when you're trying to juggle more, who do you have to lean on most to kind of help you troubleshoot not being able to be two people at one time?
Yeah, I would say that, you know, we got a lot of experience on the defensive staff. You know, John Hoke is a very experienced coach. Andre Curtis, a very experienced coach. They've been in the league a long time, been in our system a long time. So, you know, Berganzi has been with me for a long time. So Overstreet, all those guys have been with me. So they know how I like to operate. They know how it is when I am calling the play and running that side. So it'll be good.
One of your other options, I guess, would have been to have one of the assistants take over those responsibilities instead of you. Did you think about that, and why did you ultimately decide that you were more comfortable?
Just what's best for us. You know, just what's best for us. You know, we just think that that's the best way to go for our defense and really for our football team. And that's why we made that decision.
It's a little unusual to have another football game played at the same stadium basically the night before.
Yeah.
Does that affect your trip or any preparation at all while you're down there?
No, I do know they resodded, you know, before that, you know, in the middle and the end zones, I believe that was. So, you know, so we'll be ready. You know, we'll be all squared away. We have everything handled, you know, in terms of the field, in terms of the conditions, you know, what could happen, all those things. So we're ready to go.
When you talk about preparing the guys for the hydration part, how proactive are you? How quickly after the schedule comes out do you start kind of looking at those types of things to ready yourself for the season?
Yeah, right away. Yeah, right away. So we look at, you know, time frames, you know, short weeks, long weeks, travel distances, you know, weather games, albeit cold or warm. So we look at everything right away. We talk about a plan, sit down with the performance staff, Ryan, everybody, and really try to formulate a plan for that and give a vision for the season.
With, you mentioned grass. After the Rodgers injury, the NFLPA came out and said, we think every stadium should be grass. Do you agree with that?
I know that the players like grass. I do know that. I mean, being in the league 15 years, I do know that that's a fact. So, you know, again, they're all surfaces are what they are, and I know a lot of guys are changing to turf right now. I know some teams did that, you know, and again, I know that the players like that side of it. But again, it is, you know, you're playing where you're playing, and you got to deal with it.
Matt, given the way last week played out, given the way that some of the players said they didn't feel like the energy was there, the appropriate energy or juice, what is the response that you're hoping to see from your team this Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you take one game at a time, right? That's all you can do, and really one play at a time. So we're looking for execution. You know, we're looking for, you know, guys, alignment, assignment, key technique, doing the basics, and one play at a time. And that's offense, defense, and kicking, and that's what we're looking for. And being really good at situational football, you know, because that's what wins football games. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we practiced this week, and we're excited about going down and focusing on Tampa Bay and getting that done.
Yeah, but what about just that energy element coming off of getting beat handily by your
Yeah, I would just say this, that when you execute, what comes after that? I'm asking you.
Oh, I know you want me to say energy. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So if you execute, right, and you do that at a high rate, the energy comes, right, and you know obviously you're going into the game with energy, right. So to me, it comes down to execution.
You look at the Bucs defense, but what about Vea jumps out to you as a defensive coach?
Yeah.
Him so solid.
Yeah, I would just say powerful. You know, he's quick, he's agile, he's a great athlete for his size, and to me, he's a pocket dinner. You know, and he can really do that. He can really make a push inside, and you know, he's a tremendous athlete.
Luke said yesterday when he spoke with us that there's actually a lot that you guys did well against the Packers. When you guys got together as a coaching staff, what were some of those things that you know, despite the loss, despite the results, that you actually came out of that game pleased with the offense?
Yeah, just you know the plays that we executed well on. You know there was some really good ones. You know there was some good execution. You know, take the pass to Mooney. You know that was a well executed play, and there were several more. You know, so you gotta build on the positives and and correct the things you didn't do right. And everybody's in that role right now, you know, early in the season, right? You're trying to, you know, formulate your identity. You're trying to, you know, execute at a higher level. And all 32 teams are trying to do that right now, you know, so it's a long season. We're just working to get better every single day, every single week. And we got a big challenge ahead of us for this Sunday.
With, Andrew was talking yesterday about when you prepare for blitz, or when you do blitz pickup prep, that you gotta keep it simple to a certain extent. It's, you need to come up with something that Justin and the players can not overthink. How hard is that just during the course of, you only have so much time with these guys, coming up with a plan for a team that blitzes all the time?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Simo's a good coach, you know, and our coaches on offense are very smart. They're good at what they do. And so I really think they came up with a really good plan, that it's simple, you know, but it's also got enough complexity to it. So it's not like, you know, just want this or that. And, you know, you can do that really well with protections when you run the ball well, you know, because you don't get into pass situations where they can pin their ears back, you know, in those passing situations, the second and longs and the third and longers, where they know it's going to be passed. So I think running the ball and then obviously having some multiplicity in your protections is what it is all about.
Obviously, some rookies pick things up faster than others. Some have more on their plate than others. When it comes to Roshan Johnson, just for him being a rookie, the amount of different things he's got, offense and special teams, where is he at with basically the amount of load he can handle?
Yeah, I would say that he's doing really well. I mean, he's very smart. We like where he is, you know, in terms of his makeup, you know, his mind, right? He's got great spirit. I mean, the guy has great energy. So we like where he is. You know, we're just going to keep adding things to him, you know, and he builds. You know, as you know, as a rookie and really even a second-year player, they're still learning a lot as they go. And he is doing that. He's takes everything in, learns to improve, and that's what he's doing. And he's done a good job so far.